Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, welcome. So we're here today with another Jubilee reaction video. I really enjoy doing them, honestly. It's actually become one of my favorite channels out there, and it's just, I don't know, I just really enjoy it. So I thought, ooh, this video sounded very interesting. Ranking women by attractiveness. Ooh. It's gonna be quite a spicy one, I feel. So I've done a lot of odd one outs. I think I did like 4 or 5 when I binged it, like when I binged like 5, 6 of those in like a day. And they weren't too well received on the channel, to be fair, but I don't care, to be fair. I kind of do what I like. So we're going to do this one, 5 guys, this is 5 girls ranking women by attractiveness. And then maybe we'll do like the counterpart to that as well. Now, I haven't seen it, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be reacting to it. But I thought, you know what, let's rank them as well. So I'm not just going to watch it, of course. I'm also going to rank it myself, how I personally feel with that. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, go support the original video. I will have a link in the description down below so you guys can check it out. You know, watch it before you come here to watch my reaction to it. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let us get started. Let's get ready to rock and roll. They have such a good channel, such a good idea. That's kind of like the. Should we rank ourselves? Honestly, their channel is kind of what I would have like as a channel if I had money. My channel would be like this. Theirs basically. If I had some funds, like constantly hire people to do something like that.
Should we just like close our eyes and like scoot to where we think we should be?
How are we not gonna bump into each other? Did anyone take this into consideration?
Sorry.
All right. So it's just pure physical attractiveness then, right? It's not like physical as well as personality. It's just pure physical. Let's have a look.
Can we say like what we do?
Wait, so it is like
Or like what our favorite things to do are?
okay, so is it just based on pure physical attractiveness, or you know what? I'll save that until I hear what they all have to say, and then I'll judge them based on 2 criteria. One is pure physical attractiveness, and the second criteria would be everything combined, basically. So, you know, including personality and everything. So we'll see how it goes.
Dancer. I'm very physical. I use my body a lot. I love baking cakes. I always just like shove baked goods on my friends.
I teach acting to young kids. I do mostly musical theater.
Oh my God.
Because I'm a weenie, I know. But I'm single as all heck. Hey.
I am a journalism major.
I'm also a student. I'm double majoring in psychology and criminal justice.
I'm also
Student. I'm double majoring in psychology and criminal justice.
Don't do criminal justice. Trust me on this one. Don't do criminal justice. It's boring as flip. It sounds interesting. You're like, oh yeah, great. It's boring as flip.
I'm also an actress. I love to travel. I've been to India 5 times.
Okay, so we have to do this.
Okay. All right.
Should we rank ourselves?
This is gonna be
Close
difficult.
our eyes and like scoot to where we think we should
She's trying to. Nah, come on. You gotta. That's like a cop out.
be. And then
Come on, that's a
you know what I
cop
mean?
out.
Just go for it on an individual basis,
I think
and
that's
then
very smart.
That's.
I feel like my personality is really attractive. My looks, I feel like I'm okay. Like I don't think anyone would look at me and be like, ooh.
Oh, I'm nervous. How are we not gonna bump into each other? Did anyone take this into consideration?
Sorry.
We're all so humble. We're like, we're all fine.
I'd be like, I'm number 1. Hey, hey, help me beat.
Which one is the number?
See, I saw them on somewhere too, but I didn't know where y'all were standing.
Oh my gosh, then prepare yourself a 2.
The girl who I found most attractive was Jordan. She has a great personality and she's confident.
Dope. Oh, see, I thought this was.
Okay.
I'll be 5.
Okay.
Wait. It's 5 to 1. No. How did I end up
How about
here?
we do it off of like immediate first impression and attraction to the person?
I'm just gonna put it out there.
Isn't that basically what physical attraction is? Like immediate first impression. And that's kind of how that's kind of how I mean, granted, I look at people like I stare at them. I stare into your soul.
Say it.
Just so we do it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What about yourself?
Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Got it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I'll be 2 because I got all 4 2s.
Okay. I think I got 3, 4 the most, so I'll stick into that window depending on the other person's. There were attributes that I saw in the other girls that I didn't see in myself, and hence I would have put them higher as well over me. So
Okay.
people are like, she's so sweet, she's so funny, but like, I wouldn't date her.
I guess I'll be 1.
All right, okay. So I've made up my list, and I'll tell you my list. All right, just based on there's not that much to base it on, but I'm gonna go with pure physical attraction. So based on pure physical attraction, I'm gonna like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna number them, yeah, based on the order that they're currently in. I know it's like 1's the right, 5's the least, but whatever, right? So if I say number 3 or number 2, I'm talking about like in that order, basically. So in terms of pure physical attraction, how I would go is probably 5, 1. 5, 1, 3, 2, 4. Or maybe 5, 1, 3, 4, 2. I'm not sure. Like, that's sort of like how it would rank it. And I'll get into more details why later. After the guys come out and judge them. But that's kind of how I would rate. So, number 1, basically as like most attractive, second most, third most, and then I'm not sure about those two, who I would have over who. But I'll explain that more later. In terms of personality, I would say so far, I'd go number 1. Can you see my mouse? Yeah, okay, you can see my mouse. So number 1, in terms of personality, number 2, I'd go number 3, number 4, and then number 5. She actually kind of bothers me right now because like when she was put like last, you know, I think when she was put last when I think it was her that ranked her. She was like, and I super offended. So like since then she's kind of just been like, I just feel like she's so offended. Which to me that's like I'm sorry. In terms of like personality, that's right now the least. Obviously we've heard the most from her, which is why she'd be number 1 in terms of personality. I kind of like how she's like, I'm kind of sort of middle of the road kind of thing. I quite like that. It's just like, whatever, you know, in terms of like beauty definitions. It's just like, who cares really? So I quite like that. Don't like the style at all. Which kind of puts it down for me a little bit, the clothing style. In terms of like pure clothing style, I'd say, to be fair, I like that outfit. It works really well. Meshes really well. Then that would be probably number 2. Dress works well, but it's just so strict. You can. I feel like you can't wear it to many things. You can only wear it to like certain occasions, which is why I would have her as number 3, dress number 4, and then that as number 5. It's this kind of. It kind of ruins it, honestly. Not just that, obviously, but I don't think it works that well with the jacket, if I'm being completely honest. And her hair colour, specifically. And the bracelet. But there's a lot more things that we can judge. Like, I'm going to do an ultimate judgment later based on every factor together. But for that, we'd have to actually hear them speak more.
Okay.
Cool beans.
I already love
I'll
people
be back.
so much dearly, and I would date
Is
all
this
of
correct?
them.
So does that make me a 3?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just stay here. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody really wanted to be last, and I could kind of feel that vibe. So I was just like, you know what, it's fine.
See?
Like, nobody.
She would be my number 1. Outfit looks great. Personality looks great as well. Obviously, just based on like a 3-minute snippet as of right now, but that's kind of how I'm judging, obviously.
Is a 5, really. I don't think so, but I mean,
Where do you think you would fit yourself in this one then?
well, I mean, I don't know because I feel like personality is a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Are we judging personality? Damn it.
Oh, by far.
2,
2.
3.
Thanks.
Well, I'll say 3.
See, I would say 3 and
I'm
then
gonna say
4.
3.
I'm not saying you don't have a personality, but I'm like,
Oh, I'm a 5 again.
I think we just put ourselves in order of most extroverted, not the most personality.
This is final.
Yeah, no. I would have it in the exact. It's kind of funny, isn't it? I would have it in the exact other way around. My number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, based on just looks. But in terms of personality as well, I don't mind her being introverted at all. I think she's still my number one overall. I've barely heard her speak, so I can't say anything on her speaking. Her, as I said, I don't quite like the personality. It was just a minor thing, but like those are like tiny things that I tend to like focus on. I've actually barely heard her speak either, to be fair. I'd say if personality and looks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I would judge it. Now it's gonna be interesting. I want to see whether my thought process works here.
Do you want to start it off?
You go over there, and then like just shift down. I think Michelle was the most attractive. How she looked, how she carried herself, and it just seems like someone that's going to live an exciting life, I guess you could say, or that you could have like a deep conversation with.
Yes.
Could you switch with her?
This is almost like a what's it what's it called? The game Kill, Marry. Is it Kill, Marry? Is it Marry, Kill? Fuck, marry, kill. I think that's whichever order it is, right? Just based on that, it's sort of like that. Just the 5 people.
Yeah. You got a point. Okay.
What would you switch?
I switch her and her. You go over there. Or,
Oh, this? Okay. All right.
you switch. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Personally, for me, she kind of looks like Kristen Bell. And I really like Kristen Bell, so I'd probably put her in on the one.
Christian Bell. I don't see it. I don't see it at all.
1 or 2 position. And I kind of like her vibe. I think her whole aesthetic is very nice. So for me, it's either 1 or 2 up here. I think that Maria was the most attractive for me. It was just like her whole vibe, and like I liked how her hair was, how her makeup was
Fair
done.
enough.
Like she looked very nice. Are we content with 5 being 5?
I'm not.
Where do you currently want 5?
I want at least 3.
So 5 goes up.
She should be a 4 because it's like meeting in the middle.
I think 4 is fine. 5 and 4? Switch?
We're gonna get ripped a new one.
I don't want to be the pointer here.
Guys are not afraid to be more blunt. They were straight up, hey, you're attractive.
Yeah, look, I wasn't gonna say shit. I'm still not gonna say
attractive,
shit.
you're not. But girls were like, I don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
You know, we're all beautiful in
Pretty
our
much.
own way.
That I agree with.
I'm good.
We're locking in.
She seems so hurt. Like she seems so hurt. Just this, for me, that's like if we include the personality, that's just a big minus. Like she's like, oh, I don't deserve to be here. Like, look, right? It's the way I feel, right? If we're judging based on everything, she would be much further down if we're just judging based of because as I said, based on looks, I'd have her like 3. But just based on everything, it's like, ooh, I don't know about that one. Now she seems hurt.
Cool. God, that was ruthless. I feel bad, Jesus.
Good thing that the headphones on. I wouldn't return. You know, I was pretty spot on, wasn't I? Yeah. My order was 1, 2, 3, and those 2 at 4. I'm not sure who I would have, above on 4. But I want to see what they. I want to see what they say now. See, she was ranked
the way the
last.
guys were ranking the girls. I actually think we were doing it mostly by personality.
I was super anxious about ranking them. My hands were getting all clammy. I was like really uncomfortable being the one to be like putting them where I thought.
You know, it's obviously something that we do like in day-to-day life,
Yeah.
rank people.
You always judge people.
subconsciously, but having to do it like in front of them and like them watching you rank them wasn't fun, but definitely a memorable experience.
Well, I was
Fair
at
enough.
5 here, so I'm like, thank you. I don't know. It's very interesting, I feel. I did think coming into this, like, cultural stereotypes would be a factor. Them ranking me first kind of shot that down, I guess, because I didn't think they would choose like an Asian girl first.
That's an interesting thought, actually. I don't know. I yes and no, sort of, in that way. I don't know. I would have thought she would have been a high. Like, personally, I would have thought she would have been like sort of balanced out in a way, like higher for some and lower for others. But she was pretty much universally number one. I kind of felt that way as well with her, that she would be higher for some, lower for others. I thought that was going to be the case for both of them, actually, in terms of like overall ranking, like out of multiple people. But no, because like the thing with, it's not so much, you know, because she's Asian or whatnot, and her because she's black, but it's, you know, it's kind of like the whole thing about like, if you see a lot of people from one culture, a lot of the time, you get used to distinguishing. You get used to distinguishing between their features, right? And I felt like, yes, granted, there are obviously a lot. I'm assuming this shot in America. I don't know, but considering that, you know, there are a lot of black people and as well a lot of South Asian people in or East Asian people. I mean, there's in general. There's, granted, I've never been to America, so I can't really speak on that topic. But you know, just from like the perception that I've gotten from it, it seemed like there are a lot of Asian people just in general, and a lot of people from African descent in America. So I feel like that might not apply as strictly as it would have done, like, say, a few 20, 30 years ago. But still, from a perspective, I do want to say that I feel like both of them would have been ranked very high by some, very low by others. It's kind of like that exotic factor, I guess, in a way, where it's like, ooh, that looks different, foreign to me, I like it, or ooh, that looks different, foreign to me, I don't like it. But as I said, I've given my ranking plenty of times as of now, and I don't think that actually needs to explain that much more. The video kind of explains itself, in my opinion, based on looks. I mean, I already said why. Based on personality, I think I've kind of established that as well, I guess. So yeah, I'm okay with this ranking. Not quite what I would imagine, but I'm okay with it.
When I think of a male viewing me as attractive or not versus a female, it's definitely different. Because in a male setting, judging me, I knew that was gonna happen. Like, I'm not stupid, so like, I'm aware of how others view me. I was surprised at them placing me at the bottom, but at the same time, I know out of a room of beautiful girls that I was put in, that from the jump, there was no chance for me. There was no chance there.
Me being the only black girl, like, I knew that I wouldn't really rank.
Oh yeah.
Because
American beauty standards versus what people see, people of color, it's different.
Nah, you see, that would apply if you were the only. See, again, for me, that would apply if she was the only. What do you call it? I don't want to say foreigner. That doesn't quite work. But that would apply if she was the only person with a different skin tone. My goodness, I'm so politically correct nowadays, aren't I? 5 years ago, I would have said that would apply if she was the only person that ain't American. But then again, she very well is. But nah, you know, because the Asian person was there as well, I feel like that doesn't really apply. I get what she's like saying. I get the thought process behind that, but I also feel like that wouldn't really apply. Just my 2 cents, of course.
the guys that I interact with, they socialize more with black women and they think more black women are attractive.
I think that the guys ranked the woman from appearance more than personality.
Do you usually feel like you're the most attractive person?
I mean, they didn't even get to interact with you, so of course they wouldn't be able to judge it based on personality, considering that they didn't even, you know, get to speak to any of you, you know, but you've had your headphones on. I don't know the behind the scenes process.
I feel like it just confirms that attractiveness is so subjective and circled and presented in one way, and it always has been.
Even though I have my days where I'm like, ugh, you not really that cute, and days where I'm like, ooh, you cute. I would say I wouldn't change.
You know what? Fair enough. Yeah. Hey, that might have just shot her up a little bit personality-wise, but that's an ending clip. I mean, again, I'm not really judging them. I can't really judge their personality by like an 8-minute long video, so that's kind of unfair. But again, it is a ranking / judging competition, so you are quite literally forced to judge people. Like I can, judge the cover, judge the book by its cover. So that's quite literally what we're doing here. So unfortunately, from that perspective, hey, that was my ranking. Let me know what you all think, ladies and gentlemen. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see all of you in the next one. Until then, have a nice day. I'm trying to find. Let's have a quick look just to see what's on other. Model Scout decides who's most attractive. That's a different thing, though. And then we've got ranking men by attractiveness. I feel like that would make a very, very fun discussion as well. Yeah, I think it's going to be a two-parter. There's part 1, and Wells going to do part 2. And obviously, I'm going to do a lot more Julie videos. As I said, I really, really enjoy it. So for me, it's just a case of like, yeah, I enjoy watching this. Even if like they only get like, you know, a few views, I don't care too much about that, because for me the enjoyment factor is just way too high. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, goodbye. Peace out, everyone. Have a nice day, and bye.